Gentlemen, as per usual, we're going to continue our old school Dungeons and Dragons campaign. We left off with most of the crew getting back to base and reporting on a group of slavers based northeast of ours, right? So, before we start, as usual, or as per usual, we'll prepare you all to play the game, get you guys your characters rolled up and such. And we'll start with Ethan. So, Ethan, do you want to continue as BRUFUL and roll up another character? Do you want to retire BRUFUL and play a new character or something else?
I am going to roll. Oh,
That was Rogue.
yeah. Let's say I'm going to play as BRUFUL and roll up a new character.
Alright. Sounds good.
For BRUFUL, I have literally nothing for him to prepare as he only has a copper piece.
Right. So, his living expenses, they were paid for, right? So, yes. For today, yeah, he used one. For today, you'll be alright. If you want to buy rations now, you can. That will basically pay for your living expenses, plus also help you during the adventure, possibly.
Why not? Yeah. But do I have anything to store that in?
Oh, never mind. Maybe not then. You'll just keep the copper piece.
Yeah. Keep the copper piece.
Alright.
But make it back alive.
For your new character, this would be a new recruit arriving, and possibly, of course, has some relations to House Ethan, but will still need to be negotiated on. If he's not your player character, he is an NPC, which means he has to be provided an offer, and there's a chance he will not join you, right, as a retainer. But yeah, you can create this one. Go ahead and start rolling up the ability scores.
Yep, I'm already there. So, strength is going to be a 7. His intelligence is a 13. His wisdom's a 5. His dexterity is 10. His constitution's a 10, and his charisma is a 10.
Alright, sounds good. Okay, so let's see. Go ahead and choose a class.
Magic user.
Magic user. Okay.
Yeah. Kind of what I have to do. 3. It's more health than.
And the fighter, yeah. Go ahead and roll hit points, or sorry, money.
Money. 26.
Wow. Nice.
Max 18.
Alright, so besides the spell book, what else would you like to start with?
Hold on. Wasn't that expecting this much money? There's 15 copper pieces left over.
You could get some decent weaponry. Maybe some siege equipment.
Yeah. Definitely. That's what I'm thinking of. Like, get him storage, so like a knapsack.
Okay.
Just buy him a dagger.
Okay. Anything else?
And that leaves me with chief and dagger. That would leave me with about 10. 10. Alright. and I am going to buy. Say, let's do a grenade.
Okay, shrapnel grenade. Sounds good.
Right. Hopefully someone else has torches.
Right.
Alright. Last is a name, correct?
Yes.
Like I'd usually do old school name. So first table and 28. DA dot.
Are you using the tabletop?
Yeah. Not see it?
I don't see your rolls.
Okay.
Do you have
might
it
be a
hidden?
small issue.
If you click
Refresh
the
it.
eye, you will hide your rolls.
I'm clicking nice. Okay, no. It was on show. Let me roll something, see if that was refreshing work.
There we go.
Roll the 2. That worked.
61,
Alright.
6.
So, Phil.
You can roll again.
Yeah, roll. And 6 and 56.
Alright, so you're Sileth or Sileth? Alright. And then to hire this character, BRUFUL will make an offer.
Mhm.
The typical offer most retainers expect is half a share and 1 copper per day. Do you want to make this offer? Or a different offer?
Could I give, as I don't want to spend my own copper, can I offer him a full share? And instead of a half share.
Yes, you could.
10 copies.
Alright. And the only issue moving forward when it comes to your shares is that you're either going to pay them out of your own share or out of the party's share, right? So the party might have more of an issue with that if this character receives a full share, but if it's just from your own share, the party will not have an issue with it, but this character will have an issue with it possibly, right?
Okay.
So,
Alright. I just suck it up. I give him the 1 copper and half share.
alright. That's usually 1 copper guarantees they'll be paid, and then half a share.
Mm-hmm.
It could be from your own share or from the party's, right? That can be negotiated at the end.
Yeah. Preferably from the party, but if they don't like that, he can have half. From
Yeah.
my own share.
If this character benefits the party, it should be from the party. But if it was only a benefit to yourself or no benefit at all, right? If your group did absolutely nothing, then it would be understandable they would receive, you know, from only your share. So,
But I plan for SILETH here to be useful to the entire party.
very well.
And also, Dungeon Master spells, that's what the spells will be.
Right. So, reaction to the offer. Accept it. There's a -1 penalty, actually. So we'll roll again. So let's see. Alright, accept it. -1, 11.
It's fate.
Yes. Alright. So, see status, reputation. Retainer. To BRUFUL. employer. Yeah, employer of SILETH. Alright, so for spells, what options do you want to pick?
It under master picks.
Alright, you have sleep and read magic. Okay, thanks for your patience.
Yep.
Ghost, it's your turn. So, Gandalf, he ran away the other day, right?
Correct.
But he's back. Let's see. And he should be fine. The only character who actually got the dastard reputation was David, since he left early, I think. He was the one to run away at the beginning. Yours is more reasonable, so you didn't gain any bad reputation for it. It was a hopeless cause. Let's see. You were justified. Okay, so Gandalf, you have 1 copper on you. You have not paid for living expenses today. Do you want to purchase rations now, or do you want to save your money, or is there anything else you want to buy or do?
I'll keep my copper.
Alright, and you are allowed to create a new character, and this new character you can either play as them, or you can try to recruit them, or you can just let them sit out of this game. You can create it and just have it as a backup character. Would you like to create a new character?
No.
No? Okay. It is just the reward you get every time you join a game. You're allowed a new character. Now, if you don't want a new character, no worries. I can just give you a random character that you can fall back to. Or if you don't want any new characters at all, that's fine too. You can choose to go without one.
Give me a random one.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just generate a random character real quick. Okay. Almost done. Alright, and like I said, you don't have to recruit this one. It can be a backup in case yours dies. So you'll just have some extra characters. Alright,
Okay.
Queen. HELVETTA was captured in your last game. She's currently missing in action. So you gotta make a new character.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead and start rolling up your scores. What class?
Uh, maybe I'll go a cleric this time.
Alright. And then hit points 1d6. Okay. Go ahead and roll money. 3d6. Alright. Besides a holy symbol, what other equipment would you like to start with?
Can I get a mace?
Sure.
Actually, can I get a warhammer?
Sure. Yeah. Anything else? You've got 4 left.
Okay. Can I get some torches and a tinderbox?
Yep. Would you like a knapsack too?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'll get a ration.
Alright, sounds good. And what name would you like?
Clover.
How do you spell it?
CLOVER. CLO.
Okay, C.
Yeah.
Alright, that should be everything for preparations. Come back in 5 minutes and we'll start the game. Take a break. I'll see you guys soon. Oh, before that, actually, anyone have any questions or concerns? Okay, very well.
Oh, all good. Alright. So, hey, Ghost.
Yeah, what's up?
Was it you who left early last game?
It was Rogue.
It was Rogue left.
Because remember,
Okay.
I ran back.
Yeah, I'm a little confused between you two. So, like, who's who?
Well, Rogue and I just had a giant fight because he tried to call me a pedo, if you get what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
Because I'm 18, okay?
Yeah.
Streamer, I had this girl come in, had low self-confidence, blah, blah, blah. So, she said she was 18. I called her cute, I gave her my number so she can contact me out of stream as, like, friends. Later on, we found out she was 15, and then Rogue thought I was going to try to get with her.
Ah, Jesus Christ, man.
So, he called me out, and then my friends defended me, and now he's all in his feelings.
Okay. That is unfortunate. Because he seems cool. But, yeah, people lying about their ages online. It's crazy. Anyways, it's glad it's you to be back. So I know I can rely on you. Gandalf. Now we have once again, we have 2 match users, so.
I saw you playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I was like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. One fun. Hell of a game. One of my favorites. I can't wait to get the second game because they have handguns or handgunners.
My dad used to play. I started getting into it, but I could never figure out how to get out of this one castle.
One castle? Oh, yeah. You're talking about the one Townsburg?
Yeah, and it was all the soldier barracks and stuff.
Yeah, so you have to steal. There's multiple ways to get out. My favorite way is to steal armor and disguise myself as a Townsburg guard.
Every time we try to hit a guard, I'd get jumped by like 3 of the others and end up getting stabbed in the back or something.
Don't do that. So what you need to do, you need to talk to the guy at the gate to let you out. As you talk to him, he gives you some ideas how to get out.
Okay, yeah. I gotta get my Xbox back because my brother told me to stay.
Yeah. I will say it is important to keep making characters for this game because Cinemaster said it. If all of our characters die and we don't have anyone to go back as, our character will start at a different area and has to make their way over to the area. And in general, it helps the population.
Fair. Already had a guy ask me tonight, "Are you gonna stream tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, after I'm done playing D&D."
Yeah. Very excited for this. We're gonna talk to some slavers, try to get HELVETTA out of there.
Why don't we act like a slave buyer and just buy her out?
Could, but that'd be expensive. None of our characters can even buy her, to be honest with you.
We're all broke. We're broke.
Yeah. So our job is probably just going to look tough, essentially. That's our job.
Promote their business for one slave.
Excited though. We need a
We had a fourth.
What weapon do you have again?
I don't have any weapons, I don't think.
Hopefully you can get a weapon. Your job is just to cast spells and run the fuck away.
Chat spells and run the fuck away, pretty much, yeah. I didn't know he streamed the D&D events.
Yeah, he does. It's in, I think it is in.
Which?
Yeah, I know. I'm sure he says he streams the games and how to play.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we do. It's in the how to play, rules and all that. Every game is logged. Saves me a lot of headache. Let's see. So, we left off with our crew returning back to base. After scouting out a slavers' camp, we lost one to the camp. One person barely escaped. Let's see. That was, of course, the one who barely escaped. Was it Gandalf or
Alex?
Alex? Oh yeah, that's right. He's not here today.
Mushu.
Right.
Yeah.
So his character is just resting up at camp at the moment.
He's trying to get
on
over the PTSD.
menial task, trying to get by. Yeah, exactly. So for today, of course, new jobs are always available to your crew, but since you're already on this current task, the captain of the camp here at this small northern base has requested that your team will follow through with negotiations, might revisit the slavers' camp and inquire about having them free. Was it HELVETTA? The one that was captured? So he is going to provide you some money for the purchase or exchange of HELVETTA. Of course, you will have to pay this back upon arriving at base. You'll be indebted to the base, of course. But you're going to try to pay for freedom, and if that doesn't work, there might even be a war between these two different groups, right? Base captain does not like how there are slavers northeast of us, right? A dangerous competitor in this new territory. So you can share your own ideas to the captain if you'd like, but he thinks that your team should go out there to negotiate the price and hopefully resolve this situation peacefully, right?
So, question for everyone or players: does anyone know French or quote unquote French?
No, unfortunately, I want to.
Can I have my retainer know French, Dungeon Master? Or quote unquote French?
Right. It's the language of the
Because as we're
slavers.
gonna need-
We just called it French for now, but they're speaking a different
Yeah.
language. Yeah,
quote
sure.
unquote French. We need someone to be able to translate their language to us, though.
So SILETH, of course, knows of the local or nearest kingdoms to here, and surprisingly, of course, knows the language of these slavers, right? So put it in reputation. Known for knowing French. Let's see, neutral. Knows French. Alright, it's been noted. That was the free language, or the known language that SILETH began with, due to his high intelligence.
Yeah, cannon clutch.
Okay. Of course, the intelligence score will affect your ability to start with languages, know things, / learn things easier, and magic, right? So it's pretty useful. Alright. Besides understanding that this retainer knows French, is there anything else you guys wish to do or discuss? Are you ready for this task, or do you want to take a different task?
I don't think we're ready for the test.
Yeah, I think we're ready. I assume we're supposed to go back to the slavers' camp. The slaver camp that we know of, or...
Yes.
I assume that's what we have to do, because we don't know where the main operation is. Wait, didn't Mushu say something to the captain where the main operation is? Wherever he escaped from?
Yeah, he just declared where the slave pit was, right? How it was,
Yeah.
from what he remembered and could recall from his experiences out there, he had to escape from the center of the camp, as far as he knew.
Okay.
So it would be very difficult if you're thinking about infiltrating and trying to steal the prisoners out of there. Unless you're a very skilled thief, right? It would be very difficult.
We're not that skilled. It's just wondering if there's like where we need to know anything else.
Yeah. Well, Captain Alf only knows as much as you in the situation, right? What was the information that was brought back by your crew and the escapee. So he's got the money ready for you. It will be, he can only spare 10 pieces of copper for the return of, or the release of your companion HELVETTA, right? So the current task is, of course, buy HELVETTA's freedom. Now this is just to, this doesn't really benefit the base too much, to be honest, right? But he hopes that this will at least help the base understand if the slavers are at least friendly enough to do business, right? But what would be a more beneficial to Captain Alf is more than likely the removal of this base. This is considered a hostile. He has at least considers it currently hostile and an enemy position, given the fact that they have taken hostile actions against our crew. Although we have taken somewhat questionable actions ourselves, that was only a reaction to what they did, right? Which was spy on our camp from a distance as well. However, they did not ever get as close as to actually interact, whereas we did, right? We actually approached and snuck up to their camp and were spotted and eventually, of course, captured, right? So they did not sneak up to our base camp, right? They approached, they made themselves known, they observed from a distance. We, however, made the first move to send some guys to sneak up into their camp. Whether it was Captain Elf's call or not, it was your guys' call, and he assigned you the task, so therefore he is responsible, I guess, for your actions. Maybe he will punish HELVETTA on her return, not just with debt, but for, of course, possibly causing the situation to worsen, right? So,
Alright, then we head off to
northeast.
the slaver camp.
Very well. C4 of you began traveling northeast along the coast, it sounds like. Along the shores, the beach, all the way up to the slavers' camp.
Would it be faster since we know where we're going instead of just carefully exploring everything? Or would it be at the same rate? It typically is.
Yeah, it is slightly faster now. You've picked the better route. Last time you went east, and then north, and then east, and then northeast.
And, yeah.
This time you're picking the northeast, east, and then northeast. A shortcut.
Yep.
So you're moving on the beach. Moving on the beach is not too difficult. It's not as difficult as moving through the woods.
Not too difficult.
This is, I think 2 miles right here. This is 3. This is another 2. So that's 7 miles total. And our party marches at the rate of 3 miles an hour, so it should take us a little over 2 hours to get there. We'll check for any
Perfect.
encounters. We'll start with the wandering monster encounters. 1 or 2 on the D6, and a 1 on the 8 means there's a wandering monster encounter. Right. We'll also check for any large animals or animal encounters throughout the day. Pretty much very similar chances. We'll also check for small game during each hour of the trip. Small game was observed or heard. If we're interested in stopping
Definitely interested.
to hunt some small game. We'll also check for any signs of enemy positions out here, the slavers. Chances are low, but there's still a day's chance of encountering them out here. Alright, the only thing that was encountered during your travels northeast was small game on the beach, right? Maybe some animal drinking water. We'll go with seabirds up ahead. Are you interested in hunting some seabirds? If you want to hunt them, you'll need a hunting weapon, naturally.
I do have a short bow.
Okay. Anyone else want to try to hunt some seabirds? Alright, just BRUFUL. Alright, BRUFUL, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one.
You spot them from a distance of, let's see if we got the surprise on them or not. We were surprised during the encounter. They were also surprised, so that means neither side noticed each other until we were quite close. That's a good thing. Let's see. So starting distance will be 10 yards, 30 feet. So you were moving up the beach, and as you round a corner, you notice a large group of seabirds, maybe eating at some dead fish, right, on the shore. And at that point, you took aim and fired upon them. Go ahead and roll, unless you want to take a different action.
I am.
1d20 to hit.
Yep. Okay. D20. A 12.
Alright, with bonuses applied, that's a hit and more than likely a kill. You took out a seabird while the rest flew off, right? You acquired 1 extra pound of food, basically. So, you've got feather, waste products, but all you really need is the meat, the breast, wings.
What I'm most worried about is like, okay, now we have something to eat if shit goes wrong.
Right, just an extra pound of food. On BRUFUL, where do you want to put this dead seabird? You want to put it in someone's backpack? Do you want to hang it on someone's...
I will ask SILETH if he can hold on to the bird.
Yep, he can stuff it in his sack for now.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's enough food.
Okay, and as for the arrow, obviously there's a 50% chance it's recoverable. 1 through 50 means you recovered it. Alright. You're fine. No ammunition was lost. So a small delay in your expedition for a pound of food. With that, we can continue traveling and finish the journey to the slavers' camp, or is there anything else you would like to do?
Continue to the slavers' camp.
Alright. So your team continues northeast toward the slavers' camp. Just gotta make sure everyone's still present. Gandalf and HELVETTA, or not HELVETTA, but CLOVER, still with us?
Yep.
Okay.
Gandalf may have to run for like 5 minutes to check on something.
Right now?
In my server.
Alright.
I'm seeing if he needs me or not.
How was your day, Dungeon Master?
It's going pretty alright. I've got the day off. I decided to spend the first part hosting games for you guys.
Oh yeah.
I worked during the holidays, so I got a free day off.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you're running a game for us. I was very excited for this moment.
Yeah, I hope it goes well. Well, the last few have been going alright, I guess.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see what happens, because this either can develop into war, which would be not good, but also might be profitable. Or maybe friendly relationship with the slavers. As it seems what competition out here is humans and not monsters. That's what it seems like as of right now.
Right. At least along this coast. Ghost, just let us know when you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Alright, thank you. Let's get moving on to the slavers then.
So, at 10 o'clock, roughly, you approach the position of the slavers' camp, which you're able to spot from a safe distance, given that you have crew members who have seen it and been there before. Today, your starting distance is 150, we'll say 150 feet. You're moving up the coast here, and you're observing, of course, up the coast for any signs of slavers' camp. Actually, maybe we'll start it at a safer distance. You can, of course, get a lot closer. So, naturally, the slavers' camp was built on the beaches, so you were able to spot it from pretty far away and start making plans on your approach. You were able to spot it from 150 yards, 450 feet. So at a safe distance, how would you like to approach? Would you like to go into the woods and approach that way? Would you just like to move up the coast or something else?
Just move up. Our plan here is just to buy them. I feel like kind of going to the forest might not be seen as good, but seeing the open, we can probably talk to them and without much problem. So we're just going to approach them. If anyone has objections.
Yeah, just walk straight up to him and be like, "Hey, I'm here to buy a slave."
Essentially.
I can go look up how to say I want to buy a slave in French, of course.
Anyways. So yeah, we're just approaching the slavers. Just on the coastline.
Right. So the few of you make your way up the coast to the slavers' camp, and let me see the reaction during your approach. So with this, we can roll 2d6 on the chart. And it seems like they don't seem hostile or friendly exactly, but they seem maybe uncertain of you, right? You can see them grabbing at their weapons, coming up to see you. They don't open fire or anything, but they are ready to maybe discuss with you, right? Or figure out what's going on.
Yep.
So, how close do you want to get to them before you perhaps start speaking or taking action?
And they're pointing guns at us, right?
No, they're just preparing their weapons.
Oh, okay. What would be a good talking distance?
20 feet.
No. That's way too close. How about one,
I would say 10 meters.
30 feet, 10 meters, 10 yards.
yeah. I don't know.
10 meters is like, 2 meters is like 6.5 foot, so 20 meters would be like about 40,
60 feet.
35, 40 feet. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so let's do 60.
60 feet?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're 60 feet from their camp now. You will have to shout to them for them to clearly understand anything you might be saying, right? 60 feet, you can imagine it's like 6 cars down the road, right? So, they can't hear you whispering too well, they can see it. They can kind of hear you talking, but they wouldn't be able to clearly understand what you're saying. So you would have to shout to them.
Alright. Might get a little closer. Would 30 feet will be a little bit better? So they'd be able to hear us clearly?
30 feet, you would have to still raise your voice a little bit. But it should be fine.
More clear.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, we're Move up 30 feet non-hostile.
No weapons in hand?
No weapons in hand.
Alright, so the four of you march up the shore, no weapons in hand, and you've made your approach. And their reaction has been the same, of course. During your approach, they reacted with uncertainty, so they prepare their weapons in case things go perhaps bad, right? Or poorly. So now what do you want to do or say? You are now 30 feet from them.
So I will tell SILETH that we have come here to buy a slave.
Okay, so SILETH repeats these words to the slavers in their language, and this is how they react. They react uncertain. They ask a question in their language, and SILETH translates and says, they're asking who we are, and they're also asking, how do we know that they are slavers or slave traders?
I would respond because we heard from adventurers.
Oh.
Okay, he tells them this. Oh, go ahead. You have something to say?
Yeah, I don't. Personally, I don't think we should lie. I mean, they could be good lady farmers, you know, and we could just say, you know, we are from the neighboring town and we're just here to do business.
Are you suggesting this to BRUFUL,
well,
or are you saying this to the slavers?
Yeah, I'm suggesting.
Alright, so BRUFUL, while you were telling SILETH what to say, or SILETH was telling, while you were telling SILETH what to say, Clover intervenes. It makes a suggestion to you. So before SILETH sends the next message, which was responding to their question and clarifying who your group was or how you knew of their business. Is there any? Yeah, go ahead.
I want to tell SILETH to say, we came down from southwest, and we have been told by a person that you were slavers, and we're looking to do business.
Alright. So after it's translated, they react positively and or friendly about the situation. They say, very well. That is not exactly what we're here for. We are not looking to do business with anybody in particular. Here, at least. So we are not certain of why you would want to buy our slaves, right? So that's been translated, of course. So now the question is, why do you want to buy their slaves, right?
I tell SILETH to say, well, it's more people for our settlement.
He reacts uncertain and says, so yeah, the slavers react uncertain about that. They're gonna say, basically, they're not sure if they want to sell these slaves to you because they've already got a contract with someone else. So in other words, what price do you offer, right?
I tell So I have to say, our leader gave us 10 copper for slaves. For a slave.
Alright. They react uncertain still. So they're not sure if they want to do business with you. They appreciate the offer, but they have a better contract with someone else. And they hope that you can understand.
So we do understand, and thank you for letting us talk to you. After that's all said and done, we will start returning back to town.
Right.
Or back to base.
You've made your first attempt. Unfortunately, we failed, and that leads us to our next mission. Right. We just have to report back to base.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else have any other ideas? Or are you ready to continue back to base, do as we're told?
We could do some more venturing.
You can explore outward, right, if you want. Do your own adventuring.
You guys fine with that? Or do you guys want to just go back to base and maybe get our pay?
I would like to maybe explore.
Spar?
Explore, like, for caves or maybe town.
Yeah, look around.
Uh-huh. Well, let's do venturing stuff. We're going south then. Usually,
South into the woods.
yeah, south into the woods. See if we can find maybe fortune down there.
Very well. How far south do you plan to travel?
Let's, for now, just go to the square below us. Ooh.
Okay, so 2 miles out?
Sure.
Alright, and you're in search of ruins or caves?
Ruins, caves. We're looking for fortune.
Looking for money? I don't think you'll see money out in the open, but...
I-
Right. Possible
Yeah, just
lead-ups, caves. Let's see. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have a look out there. During your travels, we'll check for any wandering monsters. Very, very, very low chance out here. But we'll roll to see if there's anything. Small game was encountered during your travels south, if you're interested. We'll say this time you come across out here in these woods some small animals like squirrels. Would you be interested in shooting a squirrel? We'll say the distance is close. They are first move, so they hurt you. They're running off right now, so you have like one chance to fire upon them, right, as they start sprinting off. They are at the distance of 10 yards, 30 feet in the woods. Do you want to take the shot? It's moving.
Launch an arrow.
Launch an arrow? Okay, so as you take aim and fire upon them, they have first move because they surprised us, so before you even loose, he's already some distance away. They are small creatures. I would say they move at the distance max rate, maybe 60 feet in 10 seconds sprinting. So from 30 you went to 90 feet shot. You have 9 trees in the way. You fire upon it. Go ahead and roll to hit. 1d20.
Yeah. 10, so probably a miss.
Yeah, with all bonuses and penalties applied, the squirrel got away. Right, the arrow goes missing too, unless you want to spend hours looking for it. It went flying through the trees. Right. All right, 1 arrow lost at an attempt to hunt a squirrel. Okay. But the time of day now is roughly 11 o'clock. Your crew is pretty hungry. They have missed out on breakfast, and they are about to miss out on lunch. So they are now having a -1 penalty due to hunger.
If we want, we can eat some rations and cook up that bird. Because someone bought 3 rations, and I have a dead. Sileth has a dead bird.
Clover is also out of it. It looks like. As per usual, House Queen's men are always kind of out of it.
Oh. Hey, Clover, do you mind sharing some rations while we cook this bird?
Yep.
Alright. Clover's back.
Alright.
Share some rations with the team, and the bird will be cooked up, and that will account for 4 pounds of food. So, making a fire, cooking this. Obviously, your lunch hour took about, or your lunch time took about 1 hour. Right. So it's at 12 p.m. You finish having lunch. You expended the bird. You expended the rations. You've been fed. Alright. From here, what would you like to do? Oh yeah, signs of a cave, 0 so far.
Ethan, check your DMs. I gotta split for a second. Do you see what I sent you, Ethan?
Yep, I saw that.
Alright, I'll be right back, Dungeon Master. It won't take me more than 20.
20?
At max 20.
Should we just call it quits then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, let's go back to base. Yeah, there's no point.
Does he have to leave?
Okay. His DM'd me. One of his friends is having a mental breakdown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Very well.
Yeah, I didn't do much.
So your team is gonna march back to base and finish the job.
Right. Maybe encounter more small animals on them.
On the way there, have you looked up for maybe any hidden entrances, such as maybe I don't know. Is there any caves there or not?
I mean, even if you spot one, we're not adventuring anymore, right? We're already out 1 player, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You still want to take the time to do that?
Yeah, just for the future, just in case.
Very well. So if you're observing for any signs of ruins and all that, I'll say your crew moves at half speed. Or technically it's exploration in the wilderness, not marching anymore. So let's see, what would that rate be? Wilderness, exploration. That means observing to discover something, right? So exploration rate in the wilderness is typically based on your movement speed, which is your group's movement speed is considered 30 feet. So let's go with wilderness movement maybe. I'll double check. Exploration rate. Alright, I suppose we'll go with standard marching rate, and I'll let you know if there's any signs of a ruin out there, any obvious ones. But if you do want to search anything in particular, in depth, in the wilderness, typically the depth or the careful search check, which allows you to find something that's hidden in a 10-foot area in the dungeon, typically takes 10 minutes. So I would say for wilderness, it'd be 10 yards, and you can search a 10-yard area, so 30 foot by 30 foot, and it will take you 1 hour instead of 10 minutes, right? Because that's technically 9 different squares, or 9 different 10 foot by 10 foot areas. So you would save a little bit of time, but it would still take a long time to search even a 30 foot by 30 foot area for any hidden entrances, naturally, right? So what you're looking for are non-hidden entrances, right? Something out in the open that gives clues or signs to the entry to a ruin or castle or cave or something, right? Out here in the forest, you saw no signs, no obvious signs of any caves in this at least northwestern part. And out in the grasslands, as you traveled through the northern region of the grasslands westward, you saw little to no signs of any structures out here. Alright, we'll roll to see if there's anything out there really. Yeah, it's pretty much empty.
Oh. That's all.
You got back to base. Let's see. We'll check for wandering monster encounters on your way back. That was about 6 miles of travel. So 2 hours later. No monsters encountered. As for large animals, none. Small animals, none.
That's unfortunate.
That's it. Yeah. 3 different types of encounters. Large, small animals, and monsters out here. Nothing was encountered.
Alright. Well, we get back, we will report.
Alright, so yeah.
To the commander.
Mission success, or mission failed successfully, I suppose, right? So,
Yeah.
couldn't buy Helvetta's freedom, but now Captain Alf has to make new plans for how we're going to approach these slavers northeast of us.
Yeah.
Perhaps there will.
I'll explain something. They were pretty cautious of us, but they weren't
Hostile.
hostile.
Alright.
They're
Well,
willing to talk. Maybe if we make our presence a little bit more known, they might be more willing to.
Captain Alf is going to weigh the pros and cons. Because we know his priority of the base is survival, and the second priority is to actually start making profit. So, the safety of the base is a concern, but if they're not hostile toward the base, then they're not really a concern. So he's going to think about maybe moving on to new plans on new areas for your team, or if he thinks it's profitable, maybe he will begin a conflict against these slavers. But they seem to not want any conflict between them and us, right? It would be detrimental to both sides. They would lose men, right? And we would lose men. There would be little to nothing to gain from that.
As far as I know, they have superior weaponry than us.
Right.
I don't know what weapons we have.
And then, as long as we are, yeah, things seem to be going all right, I guess. We have new recruits, which means more mouths to feed, and the base here can only support up to about 100 people or so. If there was a well-established food supply, but at the moment there's none. Just fishing maybe, and foraging and hunting. For your team to sustain yourselves, you have to of course work on the daily, and hunters and gatherers, their job is to bring food in, as your job is to, of course,
Keep us safe.
take on jobs that, of course, gain us typically more territory. Hunt monsters, yeah, make the the base safe. So
As far
yeah,
as we can tell, pretty empty, especially to the planes. So maybe we can take over those planes.
all right. So today, of course, you all passed your job that they assigned you. You return the 10 copper pieces, and they pay you out a day's wage, which immediately goes toward your living expenses, right? But this base can only support a maximum of maybe 10 adventurers. The rest of them are different occupations. Maybe 20 max. At that point, food will become scarce because the hunters and gatherers currently won't be able to provide enough food to sell. But if we can't make more progress, food prices will increase, or living expenses might even increase here at the base if it's overpopulated naturally and there's not enough food and supply and housing to go around, right? At the moment, we're alright, but we need to gain territory. So we'll probably have to push out and start setting up camps in these surrounding territories so we can spread our lines and establish
The
more
planes
territory.
might be places, like I said.
There's nothing really out there, but if we can control this woods to the east, then this will be within our territory and we can start cultivating it, right? So if we can get a base out there to the east, a base to the south and west, right? Everything behind those lines can be safely used. But to fully take on a grid, you have to clear out any monsters in that grid, right? So if we want to take this grid here, clearly there are no monsters here in this grid, right? We are the current occupiers of this grid, so we're technically the monsters of this grid. If anyone wants to take this territory, they have to attack this base, right? So next mission will probably be your team will be sent out to clear a grid, right? Scout out a monster in that grid, if any, and then figure out how to clear it out, and then we can start establishing a base there, right? So, or they don't really want you to clear out these grids because they think it's pretty much safe. What they would rather have you do is clear out more defensive grids. So this eastern line here, and then maybe past the plain to the south or at the edge of the forest, right? So,
which we can do. That was a quick-ish game.
Yeah, not much we can do when we lose out on a player. Another
someone else wants to join.
Mediocre expedition.
Yeah, mediocre. It seems like Zaza wants to play.
We just ended this one, concluded it. Maybe we'll play another game since this one was short, but we'll take a break. So if they're still on and actually not gonna go AFK in 20 minutes or whatever, maybe we'll play. So.
All right.
I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining.
Yes, see ya.
Bye. Bye.